Hey fellow agents, this is Agent Smith and we're going to be playing some Quest for Glory 4. So, we have finally waited till it's evening, and we should only be about a screen or so over from the ghosts. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to them, and I'm also going to go do some wraith hunting, because if, theoretically, this pennant we got from the gypsies in the previous episode should allow us to do that, to fight them and not get killed. I don't think you've seen me combat a wraith, but they'll fuck you up. The first time you come across one, man, you know they're gonna get you. So this should be the ghost. She should be here, yes. And there's Nikolai.
Anna, I found you. Anna!
Nikolai,
He obviously didn't
I've
make
been
it.
trying to find you for so long.
I never stopped looking for you, Anna. Never. I love you, Anna. I loved you from the moment you smiled at me. And I will love you for always.
For
Oh,
always.
Nikolai,
His voice sounds better.
this time we will
Sounds so
always
old.
be together.
Forever?
Forever.
Yeah.
A ghostly apparition vanishes.
Oh. What the hell? I was supposed to get something from that. Coming back. Oop, shit. I think I caused the combat to happen. What the fuck? Oh, it's bats. Oops. Yeah, worried about you, bats. Combat me already so we can do this. Barely ever have combats in this. It's auto fight, so that's kind of nice. Just let this thing do its own. It's something I'm glad they featured in this one. There they are.
We came back one last time to thank you for reuniting us.
Well, you're welcome.
Yes, thank you so much. Without your help, I would have been lost forever.
I do not know how we can help you. This is the last you will ever see of us.
If there is anything we can do for you, please ask.
I just want your hat.
We waited so that we could thank you.
You have saved our deaths from being endless and meaningless.
That is my attempt.
I have not been so happy since the day of our wedding.
At least it's nice to hear him say something more than Anna over and over again.
It seems strange being a ghost. Still, it is better than being an old man who has lost his only love. It has been so long, and I know so little of what goes on today. Still, some time ago, there was talk in town about a stranger moving into Borgov Castle. There was much talk,
vampires, I'm
and many
telling you.
rumors about who had moved in. I do not know whether your path will ever take you to the castle, but I do know of
It
a
has
secret
already once.
passageway to there.
Oh, do you? I found it already. Boom.
There was some talk of vampires at the time. I do not think anyone in Mordavia was actually killed by a vampire, so gradually the talk faded.
You're probably like, keep it to their business.
My grandfather once told me that there is a secret passage that leads from the Borgov crypt in the cemetery to the castle.
It's there.
It was an escape route for the Borgov family when they were alive.
Except you can't escape it.
I do not think anyone even saw the stranger. We only knew him as the Dark Master. It is an ominous title.
It's familiar from other games, too.
You may of course take my hat.
Oh, why, thank you.
I have no further use for it.
I think that's all I needed from you. The help was the
It is-
one.
there-
Yep, that was it. Thank you, good sir. I'd also like to talk to her real quick. How could you help?
I have been lost so long. I do not know how I can help you.
You're fine.
Perhaps you can talk to my friend Olga. She knows everything that goes on in town.
Really?
She married Boris Stovich, who owned the shop.
She did? She is such a lovely girl. I'm sure they are happy together.
I bet I can find information
Olga
out
will
on
be
her.
able to tell you many things about the town.
Yeah. She's the one who runs the town store that I've had to really go back to. Well, I thank you guys so much for your help. But now we're going to go wraith hunting. Now the wraiths I have on my map, I've actually marked them down as I've gone through, but just north of here is our first one we're going to attempt to take on a save because I don't know if I can survive. But we're going to go ahead and wraith hunt all of these ones in the area. There's about 5 of them to get, and I'm going to see if I can get them all in the evening, in one evening. I need to stop. I'm close to being completely maxed out on my stealth stats. So, well, sort of. There's 341 for it. So, I think 400 is the maximum. I'm not 100% on that. But, we're getting close. So, it should be a wraith here, now that we're in the evening. But you have to be quick to attack
You
it.
feel a chill go through you as you enter this part of the forest, as if a cold wind suddenly sprang up from nowhere.
Mm-hmm. You gotta be quick in combat before you get it, because it can drain you while you're outside of combat with it. Oh, my bow dagger's thrown. Get in.
The wraith vanishes into nothingness, and the air slowly begins to regain some warmth.
And that's how you take that down.
The barrow contains treasure that the wraith collected while it was alive, or perhaps more recently from treasure seekers less fortunate than you.
We have a couple of health
Find a
potions, so...
jewel-studded tiara,
Ooh.
6 gold crowns, 40 kopecks, and a few old bones.
Mm. Gold-studded tiara. Oh, treasures. Look at that. Jewelry weighing a certain amount. A couple of quarks. All right, so we should have that one. There should be one just south of where we were, east and south. A couple of screens. Hopefully, I won't get killed in this process trying to get to these things. In fact, I probably should stop. I should probably stop sneaking, but I'm gonna save in between each one of these for that purpose, because I could die in any one of these combats since you get drained on your way to them. The amulet keeps you from getting damaged while you're also in combat with them, because the draining was supposed to be constant. See, so you gotta get quick. Like an idiot. There you go.
The wraith vanishes into nothingness, and the air slowly begins to regain some warmth.
I have this set to auto fight because I just don't feel like clicking the buttons for it. It's a very difficult process that I've ever been able to do properly on this
barrow
one.
contains treasure that the wraith collected while it was alive, or perhaps you find a dagger, 38 gold crowns, 75 kopecks, and a few old bones.
Okay, so that's directly south from town. The other one was directly north from the ghosts. I do believe... Oh, more bones, huh? I do believe the next one I want to do is north of the Leshy. Yes, this is where he should be. He's not here right now because it's evening and he only comes around during the day. But 2 screens north from here. A couple screens north from here. Save again just in case, because these things, like I said, will drain you a second you walk on a screen. And as you can see, they've been doing that. I've got a few health potions I've collected over the evenings from the Dr. Cranium. Get him. Get him before he gets a chance. Come on. It got me. There we go. Yep. I got plenty of daggers this time. Oh, that missed one missed, of course.
The wraith vanishes into nothingness, and the air slowly begins to regain some warmth.
We got 2 more of the 5 to take out.
The barrow contains... You find a diamond-studded brooch, a healing potion, and 15 gold crowns.
We gotta have to take all this back to the Thieves Guild. The healing potion is perfect, because that's exactly what I needed to do. Just enough. Now we'll head down a couple of screens. I want to say it's 3 more screens back to the Leshy, and then we'll head east 2 and find that one. I got nearly wiped out exploring this land, running into these things, man. I was like, what the fuck? And then try and get in combat with them where they just continued to rail me, so to speak. I think I can rest for an hour.
After some rest, you feel better.
Doesn't do anything for my health, okay. Just for my energy, though. Okay, 2 screens over, save. From the Leshy's garden. Which will work out perfectly, because then we can head around to Arana's Peace. And get this one.
Feel it.
Cold draft, quick. There you go, got it before it even came out of its rock. So many daggers, I don't have to worry about it now.
The wraith vanishes into nothingness, and the air slowly begins to regain some warmth. The barrow contains... You find a suit of plate mail armor,
Ooh.
a pearl-encrusted goblet, and 25 gold crowns.
I don't know if I need plate mail. I don't even see the plate mail in my thing. Plate mail armor. Plate mail armor consists of sections of metal plates welded in flexible chain links to superior protection. You wear leather padding underneath the armor. Am I using it?
You're already wearing...
Oh, excuse me. You got real frustrated from that. Alright, let me see.
You're getting tired.
Yeah, I know I am. I gotta go to Arana's Peace. We got one last one to do. And hopefully I pull this off right. I hear this one is the hard one. And the last one from Arana's Garden. You're gonna go south 2 screens. You have no choice but to make west. Turn west. You go over 1. And then you'll be where I am right now, where you're gonna go south 1 screen. And be in the basic dead end right here, where we're going to take down the last of these wraiths. This one is a long distance away. And that's, yeah, I figured that was going to happen. I need to make sure. They say this one's the hard one because he is so far from the edge. So you got to make sure you're fully healthed up. Let's hopefully get over there quick enough.
That feels good. You feel...
Get there quick, come on. There we go. Oh, jeez. Come on. Get him. Jeez. That was a bit more of a fight than that one.
Wraith vanishes into nothingness.
I believe that clears them all.
The barrow you find a hoard of 150 gold crowns and a scroll with mysterious letters that seem to writhe and shift under your gaze. At the top is a stylized heart symbol. A few drops of ink under it remind you of dried blood.
Like some kind of a pact. Blood ritual. This ritual contains a single bright drop of blood at the top, and the rest is written in characters that seem to shimmer and shift so that you can't focus on them. And then the heart ritual. The scroll contains the symbol of a heart on top. When you look away, you can almost swear you see it beating. The rest is written on characters that seem to shimmer. Oh, I bet you this is part of the stuff from way back when we were looking at the castles and or looking at that monastery. There's a series of rituals that had to be dealt with in that book. Either way, there we go. So you need to take out these wraiths. So that's all 5 of those. They're all pretty much right around one another. And let's go head back to Arana's Peace while we're here in the evening, because we're getting tired and I don't want to die in the middle of the night out here. But it also should make it theoretically safer for me to travel around, because I shouldn't run into these wraiths anymore. I believe that was 1 screen up, over, and 3 up into Arana's Peace. Yeah, there we go. Let's get some sleep till morning. I think it almost is morning. It's gonna be like 5 minutes of sleep. Arana's peace dreams every time I sleep in here.
You have returned to this wonderful place between worlds. You are again filled with the joy of being truly alive. You find yourself dancing at the heart of the cosmos.
I think there's drugs in the air, like opium plants just bursting their pheromones out.
And around you. Suddenly, something calls out to you.
It's the Goblin King.
You feel a coldness rapidly devouring you. You falter in fear as you remember what happened the last time you were here. The voice calls again, and you feel trapped, helpless. The closer you get to that voice, the greater the fear. It is a voice of pain, a voice of death. You flee in terror. You awaken as the sun begins to rise.
Which was like a few seconds ago, so I had like the shortest nap ever.
You wake in a cold sweat.
But at least I'm
You
healthy.
remember every detail of the nightmare as though it had really happened to you.
So we got a bunch of treasures we got to take into town, but we've also got to speak to Baba Yaga as well. So I think I'm going to go ahead and meet you over at Baba Yaga's place, which is just out of Arana's Peace, is just west or east of here. East 2 screens, east as far as you can go, and then follow the path. Back up here in Baba Yaga's place, doing exactly what we did last time, speaking to our cell. Well, talk to yourself so you can tell the bush. And we got this guy's hat. This should be all that he needs without murdering
have you got an
us.
excuse for being here, or have you just come to keep me company, or what?
Come to visit, man. My buddy boy. We got your hats somewhere. Oh, there it is. Here for you.
Yeah,
Now
not
you're
bad,
pimping.
not bad at all. I can tell by the reflections in your eyes that it gives me character, makes me look mysterious and
Sure.
handsome. Hey, all right, you guys, this guy is okay by me. You can let him through.
Thank you. Let's go ahead and speak to Baba Yaga. I say that as I'm gonna say it because I don't ever trust anyone that I ever go to in any of these adventure games, because Sierra is evil.
It doesn't like you very much, I guess. Probably blames you for having to fly all the way from Spielberg. Maybe you could find something to win the bird-brained hut over and calm it down.
I got some corn. Holy crap, that actually worked. I was just making a wild guess.
A strangely familiar, scratchy voice shouts, "Now!"
Oh, damn. Oh, cover me in ice. It's not water.
Spirits of the frigid north, spin the water,
Not the voice I
draw
would've
it
given her.
forth. Frosty spirits summon twice, turn the water into ice.
Thanks, Baba. It was kind of hot.
You find yourself trapped in ice.
Come for a little visit, are we? A little chat, perhaps? We remember the
Just
last
catch up on
time
old
you came
times.
for a little visit, don't we, kids?
Her bats and spiders still
You
around.
turned me into a frog, didn't you, huh? Thought I wouldn't remember you. You thought to yourself, let's just visit Baba Yaga and see what we can turn her into today.
Not at all.
Well, you thought
You
wrong,
tend to help me
kiddo.
out
Well,
unknowingly.
now you're here and all trapped like a fly in a web. Just looking at you reminds me of lunch. So, what'll it be, kids? Hero sandwiches or hero on the half shell? Seeing as he is already frozen, we could just settle for a little ice cream sundae.
Yeah.
With whipped cream and nuts.
Jokes are horrible, lady.
Oh, good. We'll just skip the main course and go straight to dessert. Any last words from the soon-to-be supper?
Yeah, I could use your help.
You say something properly heroic.
Well, wasn't that inspiring, kids? Guess we'll have bologna and freeze for snackies.
You tell about Mr. Bones the Gnome and the reason you came here.
So, you come here to help the jester get back his
Yes.
jokes, huh? How fitting.
I forgot
He
about
made a
him.
fool out of me because you made a frog out of me. And now I'll make food out of thee. Just desserts, after all. So now we can all have our favorite treat to eat. Isn't that right, kids?
Okay. Well, tell me about your place.
East, west, hut's a mess. It suits me. I'm not fond of 20 questions. It upsets my digestion.
Oh, sorry. La.
Gnome? What gnome? You'd rather have pie. What? Pie?
Sort of. I'm hoping I don't get killed before I get a chance.
Oh, elderberry
Yes,
pie.
that's what he needed.
It's true, we haven't had that for a long while. But I can't very well make one now.
I have most of the stuff.
I don't have any of the ingredients. Oh, poo. Now that you mention it, I'd really like some elderberry pie. With or without ice cream.
You're really getting hungry.
I guess.
You're right. He did bring us a mandrake, didn't he?
Oh, I
And
am
it
starving.
made
I
such
forgot I
a
ran out of rations.
Lovely mousse. Very well. But it means no ice cream for now. So, Mr. Tender Morsel, I'll give you another chance. Bring me some fresh elderberry pie, and I won't have you for dessert. Agreed? Good.
I can do that.
Vigorously, you nod your head in agreement.
As much as you can in a block of
Good.
ice.
Bring us some fresh elderberry pie, or we'll just settle for Adam's apple pie and minced meat instead.
Seems like you would enjoy that more.
We'll recycle this ice around this fool for iced me later. Hero lout, now get out.
Alright, did you give me a list of what I need? Also, I need to get back to town and eat something.
Well, what have we here? Back in one piece? I sure never expected to see you outside of a quiche again.
No, she wants me to make another elderberry pie.
She didn't give you the recipe. All right, let's see. You'll need a pie pan for
Got that.
starch. You'll need bone meal for a crust. Glue
got bone.
goo for flavoring.
I can get that.
And elderberry berries.
And I have
of
those.
Course.
Easy day.
That's the stuff that leaks out of the Dark One's cave.
Yeah, I got that.
It's kind of
I
like
can get that.
molasses gone bad. Really bad.
Word. Well, what I'm gonna do, and then I got pie pan and bone meal.
Well, it won't be on the shelf with the flour and cornmeal. You'll probably need to make it yourself. Get some bones and grind them. Hey, don't look at me like that. You know, Baba wouldn't like it if you use bones she knows personally, but a bone meal, if you know what I mean.
I ain't gonna crush you for them. And I already got the elderberries, so thank you. Good deal. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get those things right after I head back to town before I die from starvation, because I completely forgot that I am out of rations. But I have the bones, which I can crush in a bone meal. I have the pie pan. I have the elderberries. I just need to go get some of that juice, that goo. So, I will take care of that in the next episode. I hope that you guys have been enjoying this, and if you have, then I will see you, as in the next one we will make this pie for her, and hopefully forward the progression of this story, figure out what some of these puzzles are about, and make some riches off the Thieves Guild stuff. So, I'll see you. Have a great day. Hey fellow agents, don't forget to like and subscribe by clicking the button in the center of the screen. You can also find the last video by clicking the button to the left, and you can take a look at some of the other stuff I've done by clicking the button to the right. Hope you enjoyed the video, and have a good day.